No, it's not like holding the leg up is harder. I think this is more of like a stretch than holding the leg up is almost more like lifting weights. 2 minutes. All right, that's enough. All right, so thank you for joining me today for stretches. I'm going to upload this video. Oh wow, you're kidding me. Oh man, this split into 2 videos. So I got to upload 2. Oh no. All right, so anyway though, thank you for joining me today for stretching. I hope you had a good time. I definitely had a great time today. I really did. It's kind of cool because, like, yeah, I like to talk and demonstrate stuff. I feel much more flexible than I did when I started. And in general, definitely, like I said, I could not go that low that comfortably. So it's definitely cool. Like I've complained about before, like it seems like it goes back real quick though, like I feel like if I didn't stretch for like 3 days, I'd be right back to where I was, I think, and that's kind of demoralizing, but I know better than to put too much weight on that demoralization. You just keep going, do the best you can, really. That, is worth its weight in gold right there is very, very true. I also want to say this has nothing to do with stretching, but since we're in a second video anyway, might as well use a little bit of the time. I want to say thank you to Bernadette this morning, who, when I was just about to get ready to start today's video, happened to drive by the church right over there. I saw her first, she saw me, she stopped and she gave me $20, and that was really, really sweet. That really makes my day a lot easier. I plan to, if my book is not still in San Mateo, at the main branch of the San Mateo Library, I'm going to go there and pick up my book on fishing. And that would be pretty cool. Let's see what that leads to. I don't know if it's going to lead to fishing, but it might. You know what I was thinking about, though, with fishing? It's like, as I do, I remember people fishing in the reservoir near my house growing up. And they would catch, fish that, like, so, basically, like, recently I bought some sardines from the dollar store. Now, sardines that I'm used to are like the little tiny ones that come in the rollback, the little tin that's like rectangle. These ones were in a can. So I opened up this can, and there's like about 4 or 5 of them in there. These sardines are bigger than the ones in the rectangular tin. They are like maybe about that thick and about this long. And there's about 4 or 5 of them in the can. I didn't know sardines got that big. But anyway, point is that, like, I feel like, being off a harbor, a pier or like something like, on the shore, that's what you're going to catch. And I'm like, am I going to be okay with that? You know what I mean? I want to get like a sea bag, you know what I mean? Like kind of a thing. Like, and I thought like for a minute, like I should be okay with that though. Like why not? What's wrong with that? Like if it's enough for me to eat, you know what I mean? Well, what is the problem, Justin? Oh, the amount of time it's going to take to catch those. Sorry. I mean, seriously, it probably is like, but that's the whole point of fishing. I think if I'm going to do it, is relax, Like, yeah, I have to admit, it's like in this day and age, we want to get the maximum return on our time, investment of time and money and stuff like that. And, getting like 3 sardines for 3 hours of fishing, let's say, if that happened, okay? Because I'm sure it could. I mean, like, if that happened, would that make me not want to do it? Well, partially, but I'm also partially like, okay, I'm ready for that because that's kind of part of the deal with fishing is patience, you know what I mean? And also like self-sufficiency, you know what I mean? Literally like teach a man to fish for a sort of a thing. Like that's kind of cool. Even though I'm breaking the law by not doing catch and release by doing it, you know what I mean? Hey, mea culpa. But I think it's really the idea of me being homeless. You know what I mean? It's a man's fantasy, right? Not being homeless. I had a Ruben joke for that. Ruben would pipe in there and say something. Not being homeless, but like the idea of like, I eat, what I catch or something like that. Throw the line out there, catch some fish, and But it takes time, takes patience. I remember fishing as a kid, and I caught nothing, and I hated it. Like seriously, while these adults were catching them relatively fast, but as far as like fast, like no. I mean, sometimes actually, I knew one dude, my friend, if I remember correctly, my friend Eric, his dad Frank, I remember used to seem to like catch fish pretty quickly all the time. And I think he did. I wonder, what quick. This was when I was a little kid, so I wonder my memory of how fast that was. I don't know. But kids are impatient, right? So that was my impression as a kid, it was probably not too bad. I lived, if you ever want to look, you ever want to check this out, I don't know why, like people be into me and shit. Why do I think that? I don't know. But if you're watching this video, you're into it somewhat, I like to, when people tell me about things, I love to go to like Google Street View and Google. I get it. It's exciting. It's almost like being there. But where I'm talking about, if you want to see like where I grew up versus where we went to go fishing, the childhood house I grew up it was 26 Renfrew Avenue in Middletown, Rhode Island. So if you go there, it's not the same house anymore. It's a new house they built on that lot. My friend Eric and his dad lived right across the street at 25 Renfrew Avenue. And last time I was there in 2014, it's still the same house. It's still there. Still the singer, all that stuff. Anyway, if you blow up or zoom out a little bit, you'll see the body. Actually, you'll see a few bodies of water. One of them is the ocean. But the one that is directly, my directions there, shit, wait a minute. I cannot remember my directions there. But if you, you'll see this. Okay, so you'll see 26, or you'll see Renfrew Avenue. Then you'll see, I think, Ellery Avenue is below it. Forget the one below that. And then you'll see Aquidneck Avenue. So if you go down to Aquidneck Avenue, you'll see a body of water on the opposite side of Aquidneck Avenue. It's a reservoir. That's the one we fished in. And then, so you have the reservoir to the left of that, which has got to be the east of that. There you go. Okay, is the Atlantic Ocean. All right, everybody. I'm going to close this video. I had a great time doing this morning. I love I love being in a good mood and doing videos when I'm in a good mood. 100%. Remember to brush your teeth, to floss, and to say your prayers. And to do this in videos with your feet like you're like a little like 15-year-old girl in your bed. It's pretty awesome. So, and that's all. And I'll talk to you later. Until then, peace.